Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see by the title, I have two more foundation reviews, but I think you know that I do these foundation reviews so you have a reference point. If you're looking for a foundation, I am in no way saying that you need to go out and you need to have all of these foundations in your collection. As always, I have timestamps listed down below in case you want to see about Natasha Denona, or if you prefer the Shiseido, even though I'd love for you to stay for both. For those of you that are new to my channel, I will be 62 on the 14th of September. I have a tremendous amount of hyperpigmentation, as you will see in the demo, and I have my fair share of lines and wrinkles, and I have not had any Botox or fillers or anything, I think, in about 3 years. So there you have it. All right, I have two foundations that I'm going to share with you. The first foundation is from Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona Foundation X Plus. Let me grab the bottle so I can show you. It is a glass bottle. It is really pretty, even though it's dirty right now because I have used it. It's also what I'm wearing right now. It has a pump. It is 1.1 ounce. 1.01, I apologize, 1.01 ounce for $47. It is available in a measly 20 shades. It is recommended for all skin types. It is also vegan and cruelty-free. The claims are that this foundation is long-lasting with full coverage, that it doesn't look thick, dry, or cakey. It doesn't settle into any fine lines. The finish is a natural finish, and the highlighted ingredients are grapefruit and pomegranate. The other claims are that it is formulated with ingredients that help balance the T-zone and absorb excess oils on the skin. It has light reflecting particles to minimize the appearance of fine lines and deep pores. My shade in this foundation is 60WY, which is medium with yellow undertones. I have worn this foundation a few times, and even though it is a full coverage foundation, I totally agree with the claims that it does not look thick or cakey. Okay, so you saw the application with one side and you noticed how much coverage there was with when I showed half my face with the foundation and then with the other half. And then I went ahead and I added a second pump on both sides because I wanted to see if it was going to cake or not. Then that day that I was doing the recording, I had it on for 11 and a half hours, and it's been 11 and a half hours. Oh my goodness, what a long day. Let me get really close so you can see. I think this foundation has held up so nicely. It hasn't settled anywhere. I do have the marks from my glasses, but that happens to me all the time. But yeah, it hasn't settled anywhere. It's been a little bit rubbed off right around here, but I think that's my fault because I was editing and I had my hand. I think the shade is beautiful. It hasn't oxidized. It looks perfect. It looks like I just applied it. Really, really nice, and that's without a primer. I would always use full coverage foundations, and I think that of all the full coverage foundations that I have used, this Natasha Denona Foundation X Plus, I think it's one of the nicest ones that I have used. If you could see me in person, you would see it looks beautiful for a full coverage foundation. It covers all of my hyperpigmentation. It covers the dark spots. It doesn't settle anywhere. But again, please remember that I have normal skin. Despite all of the flaws that I have on my face, I do have normal skin. I do not have an oily T-zone. I do not have dry patches anywhere. So that is something to keep in mind. If you have a skin type like mine and you are looking for a new full coverage foundation, you might want to give this one a try. And something that I didn't mention at first, you don't need to go out and buy the foundations. You can go into Sephora and they will give you 3 samples of the foundation that you want, or of different foundations. I have found myself where I have wanted samples of 2 or 3 different foundations. So I went and I got it, and I went back like a few hours later and I got another sample, or I went back the next day. When I'm in Florida, that is very easy for me to do because Sephora is just like 10 minutes away. I can't do that here in Kansas because it's an hour and a half away. If you live in an area such as I do here in Kansas, where I don't have a Sephora close by, you can contact Beautylish and they will send you whatever samples you want. Thank you, Heba, for that piece of knowledge, which I didn't know. These are 3 samples of the Kevyn Aucoin that I wasn't able to get in the Sephora that I went to in Wichita. So I contacted Beautylish and they sent me 3 samples. There's no obligation. There's nothing to pay. It's absolutely free. They will send it to you in a pretty little box. It gets right to your door. If you like it, you could order it or you could get it somewhere else. It doesn't have to be Beautylish, but that is another option for you if you need to try some foundations. The second foundation that I tried is the Shiseido. And I'm laughing because the day that I was recording this, I was going to a K-State football game. I had never been to a college football game before. And those are the clips that I am going to insert. I'm not even going to chop them up. I'm just going to put them there so you could see. I was very excited. We did the tailgating for a few hours, and yeah, for like 5 hours. We had a tent and we had the grandkids there and we were barbecuing. It was just an awful lot of fun. So that day I had the foundation on, the Shiseido, for 12 hours, and the Shiseido foundation is a new one. It is called the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation with an SPF of 30. And I believe that the SPF is a UVB. I believe that's what it is. I also tried, let me show you the bottle. Yeah, it is a beautiful frosted glass bottle. It has a pump, and you turn it, and then it's locked, and then you turn it again when you want to pump it. In addition to testing that foundation, I've also been testing the concealer by Shiseido. And this concealer is hard to open. Oh, that's right, because it's a screw top. It's not a pull top. Duh, Marlene. It has a doe foot applicator. This is a lightweight, medium to full coverage concealer. And I'm going to tell you right now that it has quickly become one of my favorites. I still love the Giorgio Armani. I still love the Too Faced. However, what I like about this one is that it is such a lightweight. My favorite concealer from all time was the original Becca concealer because it was such a lightweight concealer, but it offered that medium to full coverage. This is exactly, as far as I'm concerned, this is exactly the same way. This concealer is available in 15 shades. Mine is in shade medium, and it is $31. I think it is amazing. It doesn't cake at all. At least on me, it doesn't cake at all. And I think it offers good coverage. So that's something else that you're going to see in the clip. All right, a little bit about the foundation. My shade is in 360 Citrine. It is balanced, and that shade is a balance with a slight olive tone for medium to tan skin with a neutral undertone. It's available in 30 shades. It is 1 ounce for $47. The claims are that it is a weightless foundation and that it synchronizes with the skin and self-refreshes up to 24 hours in order for it to look as if it was just applied and with a flawless finish. It is a medium coverage foundation, a natural finish, and it is good for all skin types. The highlighted ingredients, and this I think is so incredibly funny, and I'm going to read it right off my notes. It has active force that protects from the effects of sweat, oil, and facial expressions. The second highlighted ingredient is the responsive sensory technology. It helps the foundation adapt to the skin's condition, tone, and texture. And the third highlighted ingredient is the Smart Correcting Powder, which enhances the skin's surface and tone. I'm going to go ahead and insert the clips here, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you my thoughts. This will really be a wear test because we're on our way to a football game. K-State is playing. It's a really good match for me. I think it looks just as pretty with the brush as it does with the Beauty Blender. It looks a little bit more luminous, it looks like. I'm going to add a second pump because it does say that it's buildable. Here's with 2 applications and 1 application. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a second pump with the brush. And this is a double, I'm applying the Shiseido concealer. This is their new one, and just like I always do. This one is not I didn't get it light for brightening effect. I just chose one that was as close to my skin tone as possible. And this is it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage concealer with a lightweight consistency. And what I do, I just bring it down and up, and then I go in with my finger. All right, what do you think? I'm ready to go to the K-State game. Wayne's an alumni from K-State, so yeah, it'll be fun. I've never been to a college football game before. Anyway, let's see how this foundation holds up all day. We're leaving in a little while, and it is bright and early. Well, it's not bright and early. It is now 10:25, so I've had the foundation on, let's say, since 10 o'clock. And the game doesn't start till 6 o'clock tonight, but we are leaving in about half an hour. And we're going to meet up with Wayne's kids and our grandkids and all of that good stuff. I will certainly be checking in, but I'm going to come close up so you can see what it looks like freshly applied, basically with, I added blush, I added bronzer. That was it. That's all I added on my face. I will catch you later tonight when I get home. It's probably going to be in about 12 hours. Okay, I don't know how many hours it's been, but it is midnight and I can't remember if I applied my foundation at 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, but I will leave it right here on the screen. I'm ready to take my makeup off, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. I think in person it probably looks a lot better, but I can see when I look in my 5X mirror that it has worn off around my nose, and it looks as if it's worn off right around here. As far as settling anywhere, I don't know, maybe it's just my skin. It doesn't settle anywhere, but yeah, I think it's held up really well. I don't usually wear a foundation, I don't know, whatever it's been, 14 hours or more, but yeah, I think I think that if you don't have the dark spots like I do, it would look fine, because if you look, this side is a lot better on my face as far as dark spots, and it looks a lot better, I think, on my forehead. Let's put it there. It's, now my forehead looks fine. Now maybe when I go to edit and I look at this clip, it doesn't look fine, but yeah, really pretty foundation, I think. I'm taking my makeup off. As you saw, the foundation lasted very well. I have to tell you, I had always been a full coverage girl. I love the Natasha Denona foundation. I think that for a full coverage foundation, it does not look cakey. It looks beautiful. It lasts. This foundation, even though it is medium coverage, I think that it gives such a beautiful finish. I just think it just looks as if you have no pores. I don't know what's in it. I don't know about all of those highlighted ingredients that it calls for. I just think that it is an amazing, amazing foundation. I think it is so pretty, lasts so long, doesn't oxidize, has good ingredients. The concealer is beautiful. I honestly think if you are searching for a good foundation with medium coverage, get a sample of this Shiseido. I'd also like to hear from those of you that have tried either or both of these foundations. Please let us know what is your skin type, which one you've tried, if you liked it or if you didn't like it, because that way we learn from each other. I don't think I'm going to do any more foundations review for a while. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for visiting with me. Thank you for taking a piece out of your day to spend with me. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.